If your child has ever looked at you and said, "Mom says you only care about yourself," you may find yourself wondering what to do next. Because whether you know it or not, these are the moments that your response is actually going to matter more than the accusation that you're hearing. Being a parent who protects the relationship you have with your children, unfortunately, means that you aren't always going to be the one who is treated fairly. And boy, if you're in the middle of facing these kinds of challenges, you know that staying calm can be extremely challenging, especially when it would be so much easier to let nature take its course. As a licensed mental health counselor, board-certified coach, and someone who has spent more than 20 years helping families navigate conflict, divorce, co-parenting, and family dysfunction, I've seen one truth play out over and over. This is that your children learn who is emotionally safe by how you, as the adult, respond under pressure. I worked with a parent recently whose child would repeatedly come home and repeat some pretty painful things that she had clearly heard from the other parent's household. This parent was devastated. He was angry, he was hurt, and he was quite frankly ready to defend himself. But instead of reacting, he and I worked together on healthy ways that he could respond to his child to avoid further conflict or pain for all parties involved. He learned to take a breath and say, "Gosh, it sounds like you've heard some difficult things, and I can understand why that might be confusing to you." Then he would always make sure to add in that his child didn't have to decide who was right or wrong. He let her know that if she ever had questions about him, that she could ask him directly, and let her know that he would do his best to answer honestly. That's it. No attack, no defense, no dragging his child through the middle. What turned out to be the most amazing part of this story was that months later, he came to session telling me that his daughter had begun asking questions on her own and appeared to be learning an important lesson. Safe people don't pressure you to choose sides. I share this with you so that next time your child repeats something hurtful about you, you have some hope and direction on how to handle your response. The first step you want to take is just to regulate yourself. Take a breath, pause, remind yourself that your child is only sharing information, not attacking you. Second, you always want to validate your child's experience. Tell them that you can see how hearing such things would be confusing to them, and let them know that you realize this is a lot of information for them to carry. You may be surprised at just how powerful simple validation can be for a child. The third step, always resist the urge to defend yourself. The more you rush to prove your innocence, the more likely you are to pull that child into adult issues. And no child deserves to be put in the middle of issues beyond their scope of understanding. Step 4, express an invitation for direct communication. You can do this by just saying, "Hey, if you ever have questions about me or something you've heard, you can always come to me." Doing this actually teaches critical thinking rather than blind loyalty. Lastly, let your consistency speak louder than any explanation you offer. Your child may hear stories about you, but over time, he or she will compare those stories to their own experiences. Remember, trust is built through repeated interactions, not perfect speeches. And when things are unfair, your greatest strength isn't going to be proving someone else wrong. It's actually becoming the safe place your child can come to when seeking out the truth for themselves. The truth is, children often forget details of what was said to them, but they do remember who made them feel safe enough to ask unfiltered questions. If you're navigating a difficult co-parenting situation, I want you to know that you're not alone. Some of the most loving parents I meet are carrying the weight of accusations, misunderstandings, and situations that feel incredibly unfair. I'm here to tell you that your relationship with your child is built one interaction at a time, and those moments matter more than you may realize. Of course, if you found this episode to be helpful, please share it with another parent who may also be struggling through a divorce, co-parenting challenges, or any kind of family conflict. You never know when a simple message can provide someone with reassurance that they desperately need. And if you enjoy content focused on parenting relationships, emotional health, navigating family dynamics, be sure to subscribe, follow my podcast, and turn on your notifications so you never miss a future episode. Most importantly, I want you just to remember this. Your child does not need a perfect parent. They need a safe parent. This is a parent who listens, stays calm, and keeps showing up with consistency and love. Until next time, keep doing the work, keep protecting your peace, and keep creating the kind of relationship your child can always come back to.